Last night, a man in his early 70s went to sleep as usual. He had dinner, watched a little television. Nothing felt out of place. The next morning, his family found him still in bed. He had passed away quietly during the night. No warning signs anyone noticed. No dramatic symptoms the day before. Stories like this are more common than we like to believe. And they raise an uncomfortable question. What really happens to our bodies at night as we age? After 70, sleep is no longer just rest. It becomes a vulnerable period for the body. Heart rhythm changes. Breathing patterns shift. Recovery slows down. Certain bedtime habits, once harmless, can quietly increase strain overnight. Not suddenly. Not obviously. But slowly, over time. The most concerning part is this. Many of these habits feel normal. They feel comforting. Some have been part of nightly routines for decades. People assume that if they fall asleep, everything is fine. But the body does not always agree. Nighttime is when help is farthest away. Signals are easier to miss. And small stresses can have bigger effects. This video is not meant to scare you. It is meant to help you notice what often goes unnoticed. We will look at 4 common nighttime habits. Habits many older adults do every evening. Habits that seem harmless at first glance. Some may surprise you. Others may feel very familiar. By understanding these patterns, you gain awareness. And awareness creates choice. Staying independent often starts with small adjustments. Especially before sleep. Take a breath. Stay with me. Because the first habit begins with something almost everyone does before bedtime. Number 1. Eating heavy meals too late at night. Eating heavy meals late at night feels normal for many older adults. It can feel comforting after a long day. Some people have done this for decades. But after 70, the body reacts very differently. Digestion slows down. Recovery takes longer. The heart works harder than before. What you eat before bed matters. But when you eat matters just as much. Years ago, a late dinner caused little trouble. Sleep still came easily. The body adjusted overnight. Now, that same routine can quietly strain the system. Especially during deep sleep. When you eat a large meal late, digestion does not stop at bedtime. The stomach keeps working. Acid production increases. Blood flow shifts toward digestion. At the same time, the body should be slowing down. Heart rate should ease. Breathing should become steady. Instead, the system stays active. This creates internal conflict during sleep. Many people notice subtle signs. Waking with a burning sensation. A sour taste in the mouth. A racing or uncomfortable heartbeat. These are not random. They are often connected to late, heavy meals. Lying flat makes it worse. Stomach acid can move upward. This can irritate the throat and airway. Sometimes it causes coughing. Sometimes a sudden choking sensation. Sometimes repeated waking without clear reason. Over time, frequent acid irritation weakens protective muscles. This increases risks during the night, especially when reflexes are slower. There is another issue many people overlook. Blood sugar regulation changes during sleep. Heavy evening meals can cause nighttime spikes. The body struggles to balance levels while resting. This adds extra stress to the heart and circulation. The danger is not immediate. It builds quietly. Night after night. Many seniors believe discomfort is simply part of aging. So they ignore it. Or they adjust pillows instead of routines. Consider a common example. A large pasta dish late in the evening. Or a rich takeaway meal before television. You feel full. Even sleepy. So you lie down. Inside, Digestion is just beginning. Acid rises. Pressure increases. Sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. The body never fully rests. It stays alert when it should recover. This pattern may not cause problems every night. That is what makes it deceptive. The effects are inconsistent. But the body remembers repeated strain. And nighttime is when resilience is lowest. The good news is simple awareness helps. Small timing changes can reduce stress. Finishing the main meal earlier makes a difference. Allowing hours before lying down matters. If hunger appears later, lighter choices feel easier on the body. Something small. Something simple. Warm, calming routines support better rest. They signal safety instead of workload. This is not about strict rules. It is about respecting how the body changes. After 70, routines need adjustment. Not because of weakness, but because needs evolve. Late heavy meals ask the body to work overnight. Better sleep comes when the body can truly slow down. And this brings us to the next habit. One that affects breathing and circulation while you sleep. Number 2. Drinking too much liquid before bed. Staying hydrated sounds like a healthy habit. And in many ways, it is. But timing matters more as we age. Especially after 70. Drinking large amounts before bed can quietly disrupt the night. Many people do not connect the cause and effect. If you wake often to use the bathroom, this may be why. And sleep disruption is only part of the story. As the body ages, bladder capacity naturally changes. Muscles become less efficient. Signals arrive with more urgency. The kidneys continue filtering fluids overnight. They do not rest simply because you are sleeping. This means even small evening drinks can trigger awakenings. Water, tea, juice, even warm milk. At first, it feels like a minor inconvenience. You wake. You walk to the bathroom. You return to bed. But the night is not as forgiving as it once was. Balance is lower. Vision is reduced. Blood pressure adjusts more slowly. Imagine this situation. You wake suddenly with urgency. You stand up quickly in the dark. Blood pressure has not caught up yet. Dizziness follows. The room feels unstable. This moment is dangerous. Many older adults experience it. Few recognize it for what it is. Nighttime falls often begin this way. Not with clumsiness, but with urgency and poor timing. A short walk becomes a serious risk. Even a small fall can have lasting consequences. Fractures heal slowly later in life. Confidence takes longer to return. Independence can be affected. There is another layer to consider. Frequent waking breaks the natural sleep cycle. Each awakening resets the brain slightly. Lights turn on. The body thinks morning is approaching. The hormone responsible for deep sleep is disrupted. Rest becomes lighter. Recovery becomes incomplete. Over time, this pattern adds strain. The immune system weakens. Blood pressure trends higher. Memory and focus may suffer. Not suddenly, but gradually. Many people blame aging itself. But routine plays a larger role than expected. Nighttime urination is common. But common does not mean harmless. Hydration still matters. The goal is balance, not restriction. Drinking earlier in the day supports the body better. The system processes fluids while active. By late afternoon, easing intake helps. Not stopping completely, just slowing down. In the evening, smaller sips are gentler. They reduce urgency without causing dehydration. Another detail often overlooked is hidden fluids. Soups count. Juicy fruits count. Some evening medications also add to fluid load. These details accumulate quietly. Caffeine adds another complication. It encourages urine production. It also delays sleep. Even earlier afternoon drinks can affect nighttime rest. Awareness helps here. Small adjustments protect sleep quality. They also protect safety. This is about creating calmer nights, not rigid rules. If this insight feels familiar, you are not alone. Many people discover it late. If this information is helpful, pause for a moment. Leave a simple comment with the number 2. It lets others know they are not alone. It also supports this channel. If you have not subscribed, consider doing so. New videos focus on small habits that support independence. Now, let us continue. Because the next habit affects breathing and body position during sleep. Number 3. Sleeping in a room that is too warm. A warm bedroom often feels safe and comforting, especially as nights feel quieter with age. Many older adults turn up the heat before sleep. Some add extra blankets for reassurance. It feels like a small choice. But at night, small choices matter more. After 70, the body handles temperature differently. Cooling systems become less responsive. Sweating decreases. Heat release slows. During sleep, this creates a hidden challenge. The body needs to cool down to rest deeply. If the room stays too warm, cooling cannot happen properly. Internal temperature remains elevated. The heart responds by working harder. Circulation adjusts to manage excess heat. This extra effort is silent. You rarely feel pain or warning, but strain accumulates quietly, night after night. Some people wake feeling restless. Others wake damp with sweat. Some feel short of breath. Others feel pressure in the chest. These sensations are often dismissed. Many assume they are normal signs of aging, but they are signals of thermal stress. The body is struggling to regulate itself. Warm sleep environments also affect hydration. Fluid loss increases through breathing and skin. This happens even without thirst, even without awareness. Mild dehydration thickens the blood slightly. This makes circulation less efficient. The heart must pump harder. Blood vessels experience more resistance. Over time, this raises cardiovascular strain, especially during long nights. Let us consider a familiar situation. An older adult enjoys reading in bed. The room feels cozy. The heater stays on. Thick blankets stay in place. Air movement is minimal. Sleep comes slowly. But it does not stay deep. Turning increases. Dreams feel shallow. Morning arrives with fatigue. The body feels heavy. Focus feels slower. Energy feels missing. This is not caused by age alone. The sleep environment is part of the story. Deep sleep requires a natural drop in body temperature. This triggers restorative processes. Memory consolidation depends on it. Immune repair depends on it. When the body stays too warm, these processes weaken. Rest becomes incomplete. People who adjust room temperature often notice changes. They wake clearer. They feel steadier during the day. Mood improves quietly. A cooler room supports breathing rhythm. It reduces nighttime cardiovascular demand. The goal is not feeling cold. The goal is gentle cooling. Many fear becoming chilled at night. But layers provide safer control. Breathable blankets allow heat to escape gradually. Heavy materials trap warmth too aggressively. Light sleepwear helps the body adjust naturally. Moisture control matters. Air circulation supports cooling. Still air traps heat. Even a slight temperature reduction helps. The body responds quickly. Opening airflow also improves air quality. This supports breathing comfort. Poor air circulation can disturb sleep subtly, especially for older lungs. This habit often goes unnoticed for years, because warmth feels reassuring. But comfort does not always equal safety, especially during sleep. Warmth reduces awareness. It masks strain. Over time, the body adapts poorly. Recovery weakens. Adjusting the sleep environment is an act of respect. It supports the body quietly. It does not require expensive equipment. Only awareness. Small changes create calmer nights and better mornings. Now we come to the final habit. One many people never question. It happens at the most vulnerable moment of the night, and it often feels completely harmless. Number 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. Most people never question how they sleep. Comfort feels like the only requirement. If the body feels relaxed, it must be fine. That belief is common. But after 70, sleep position matters more than before. Much more than most people realize. The body changes with age. Muscle tone weakens. Breathing patterns shift. Circulation slows. When you stay in one position for hours, these changes matter, especially during deep sleep. The wrong position can restrict airflow. It can reduce oxygen delivery. It can increase strain on the heart. This happens quietly, without pain, without obvious warning. Many seniors sleep the same way for decades. They never think to adjust. But the body they sleep in is not the same anymore. Needs evolve. One position deserves special attention. Sleeping flat on the back. For many older adults, this feels natural. It feels balanced. It feels effortless. But gravity behaves differently at night, especially during deep relaxation. When lying on the back, throat tissues relax. The tongue shifts backward. This can partially block the airway. Breathing becomes unstable. Sometimes airflow slows. Sometimes it stops briefly. The sleeper often never notices. The body compensates silently. This pattern can repeat many times each night. Oxygen levels fluctuate. The heart works harder to respond. Blood pressure rises and falls. Over time, this nightly strain adds up. The heart never fully rests. Some people snore loudly. Others breathe quietly but irregularly. Many wake feeling unrefreshed. Headaches appear. Concentration declines. These signs are often dismissed. They are blamed on age. Consider a familiar scenario. An older adult sleeps flat every night. A partner notices pauses in breathing. Short gasps follow. At first, it seems harmless. Just another sleep habit. Months pass. Daytime fatigue increases. Memory feels slower. Mood becomes unpredictable. The cause is not obvious, but the sleep position plays a role. Even without breathing interruptions, position affects circulation. Pressure points matter. Sleeping on one side can compress vessels. Blood flow patterns change. For older hearts, this matters more. Efficiency decreases. Fluid can accumulate subtly, especially overnight. Leg swelling appears. Breathing may feel heavier. These changes do not happen in one night. They build gradually. Another overlooked issue is digestion. Body position influences stomach contents. When lying flat, stomach acid moves more easily. Irritation increases. Discomfort may wake the sleeper, or disrupt deeper sleep stages. Again, many accept this as normal. It does not feel dramatic. But sleep quality slowly erodes. Recovery weakens. So what position supports the aging body better? Balance is key. A side position often supports breathing more effectively. Airways remain clearer. Circulation improves slightly. The heart works with less resistance. Digestion benefits as well. Acid stays where it belongs. But staying on the side is not always easy. The body shifts during sleep. Many roll onto their back unconsciously, especially during deeper stages. Support can help here. Not force. Gentle guidance. A body pillow provides subtle resistance. It reminds the body where to stay. Head elevation can also help. Not excessive. Just enough. This supports airflow. It reduces collapse risk. Joint comfort matters too. Pain disrupts sleep quickly. A pillow between the knees supports alignment. It reduces lower back strain. Comfort should still exist, but comfort with awareness. The goal is not perfection. It is reduction of nightly strain. Even partial improvement helps. The body responds quickly. Many people notice calmer breathing. Fewer awakenings. Morning clarity improves. Energy returns gradually. This habit is often the most overlooked. Because it feels passive. You fall asleep. You assume rest happens automatically. But sleep is active work for the body. Position guides that work. After 70, small adjustments protect vital systems. Quietly. If this habit sounds familiar, pause for a moment. Awareness itself is progress. If you found this helpful, leave a comment with number 4. It helps others feel less alone. And if you have not subscribed yet, consider it. This channel focuses on calm, practical aging support. Because the smallest nighttime choices shape tomorrow's strength. We have now explored 4 bedtime habits that often go unnoticed. They seem harmless. They feel familiar. Yet after 70, these habits can quietly affect the body overnight. Not suddenly. Not dramatically. Eating too late keeps the body working when it should recover. Drinking too much before bed disrupts sleep and safety. A room that is too warm adds hidden strain. And sleeping position shapes breathing and circulation. Each habit alone may feel small. Together, they shape how the body copes at night. The important message is not fear. It is awareness. Aging does not mean losing control. It means adjusting with intention. Many people assume poor sleep is unavoidable. That is not always true. Often, sleep improves when routines change gently. Without pressure. Without extremes. Take a quiet moment now. Think about your own evenings. Which habit felt familiar to you? Which one surprised you? Do you wake more than you used to? Do mornings feel heavier? These are not failures. They are signals. Signals invite attention, not judgment. They give direction. You do not need to change everything tonight. One small adjustment is enough. Try finishing your last meal a little earlier. Or easing evening drinks. Lower the room temperature slightly. Or support your body with better positioning. Observe how your body responds. Give it time. Small changes accumulate quietly, just like habits once did. Health after 70 is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Calm nights support clearer mornings. Clearer mornings support independence. If this video helped you reflect, share one thought below. It can be simple. Your experience may help someone else feel understood. Community matters. If you are finding value here, consider subscribing. New videos focus on small habits that protect independence. You may also share this with someone you care about. Sometimes awareness is the greatest gift. Thank you for spending this time with us. Your attention matters. Until next time, take care of your nights. They shape your days more than you think.